Good morning, class. Today we would like to learn about data security. In data security, we are going to first of all define the term data security. We'll be looking at the risks and threats and dealing with the threats. Data security can be best described as a way of keeping data safe from accidental loss like floods, theft, fire, damage of the computer. It can also be defined as methods that are taken to prevent unauthorized access to data and to recover data if lost or corrupted. In data security, we are going to prevent the following. When we are practicing data security, we are going to prevent unauthorized access to our information, unauthorized personnel from retrieving data. As we all know that at each and every institution, there are personnel who are going to deal with our data. So we are going to prevent unauthorized personnel from retrieving our data. Thirdly, we are going to prevent data from damage. The steps are going to prevent our data from damage. Fourthly, internal destruction or infection or corruption. Right. When I'm talking of the risks to security of data, what are the risks that are on security of stored data? The first one is hacking. What is hacking? Illegal access to a computer system without the owner's permission. When anyone gets access to our information without the owner's permission, we call that hacking. Phishing. It is an act of attempting to acquire sensitive information like username, passwords, credit cards, by disguising to be a trustworthy source. So whenever anyone tries to acquire sensitive information, we call that it is phishing. Then pharming, redirecting a user to a fake website in order to illegally obtain personal data about the user. There are so many websites that are advertised on internet. So when someone creates a fake website and try to persuade customers to log to that fake website, we call that pharming. Number 4, the fourth risk to our data is of malware. Malware, it is a malicious software that seeks to damage or gain unauthorized access to computer system. Malware includes computer virus. What is computer virus? A program that copies itself and multiplies with the intention to destroy the computer system. People may create viruses with the intention to destroy our computer system. Sixth, a worm, a type of stand-alone virus that can replicate themselves with the intention of spreading to other computers on a network. They do not need a computer. They corrupt at a network. So you must be in a position to see the difference between computer virus and worms. Computer virus, they destroy the computer system. They destroy the performance of a computer system. But with the worms, they corrupt data in a network. They do not need a computer, but they corrupt on a network. Number 7, spyware. Software that gathers information by monitoring key presses on the keyboard. The information is then sent back to the person who sent the software. So these are some of the risks that we find with our data on a system. These software include the ones we discussed: hacking, phishing, pharming, malware, computer virus, worms, spyware. Then after talking of all this, there are some security measures that has to be done. We've got 2 security measures, which are physical security and software security. On physical security, this is the security that is tangible, the security that we put in place but we can actually touch. Which are the examples? Locking the computer room, meaning that we are going to physically buy the keys and lock the computer room, employing a security guard, employing someone to guard our computer system, installing burglar bars, use of screen gates, installing fire extinguishers in the computer lab, building the computer lab up on a high grounds to avoid floods, installing an uninterrupted power supply to prevent data loss through power cuts. Avoid unauthorized access into the computer lab. That is our last physical security. There must be measures that has to be met, that has to be put in place when one is working with the computer. Avoiding unauthorized access is one of the best physical measures in ensuring data security. Right, we are now going to look on software security. On software security, we are going to first of all look at use of user accounts. There must be, what are we calling user accounts? Each and everyone should have his or her own account, so that if you want to log on into a computer, you must not be able to use any other person's account. Each and every person should have got his or her own account, logging in, and then after use, you should log out. So use of user accounts, they are used to authenticate a user, prove that the user is who they are. How are you going to prove? By typing your user account. Secondly, on software security, use of strong passwords. Passwords has to be put in place on documents, on files, on the computer. A person must not just switch on your computer and then get access to personal sensitive information. There must be a strong password. What is a password? These are used to restrict access to data or a system. A strong password consists of numeric value, characters like and, 80 or %. These are difficult to guess. Use of firewalls. It can be a software or a hardware. They sit between the user's computer and the network. This prevents information in and out of the computer. A firewall, it sits between the user and the network. So if one sends information, first of all, safe. If the information is really relevant, does it have some viruses? Fourthly, use of up-to-date antivirus. An antivirus is a software that prevents our computers from getting virus. They prevent our computers from getting virus. They also remove virus if they are already in the computer. They recover lost documents, as we all know that if virus get into our machines, at times are going to lose our information. So with the use of antiviruses, they can help us in recovering lost computers. Use of anti-spyware software. This detects and removes spyware programs installed illegally into users in computer. Then number 6, encryption of data. Use of encryption keys to make data meaningless without the correct decryption. What is encryption? Coding data so that it makes no apparent sense. I think we've come across when you are trying to put a password, then say some dots, some stars. That's encryption of data. So that if you type M, it comes as a star, it comes as a dot. So if one is looking at your machine, it cannot easily detect your password. Biometrics, use of unique human characters to identify a user, face recognition, fingerprint, voice recognition, retina scans, etc. Backing up information is also another way of preventing data loss. What is backing up? Copying of information on a different storage device, so that if we have a problem with our main storage, we can still recover our document. Right. Lastly, for today, we are going to look at the last way of preventing data loss is continuous saving of data after typing. After typing, make sure before closing your computer, before leaving your computer, you save your data. For today, we are going to look at this. So today we defined the term data security, and we talked of problems that may be found on data and ways of preventing data loss. Thank you.